What's going on, YouTube? It's your man, wrestling figure collector J, aka Marv, with another Thursday Night Live. Hope everybody's doing well. Excited about tonight. Didn't go live last week. Needed some me time, a little barbecuing here and there. Nothing too big, but just a little me time. We all need a little me time sometimes. But yeah, we're back. We got some figures to unbox. We got some figures to review. We got wrestling to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Man, there's been so many things going on in WWE. It's just crazy. AEW also. We seen what happened to Kenny Omega last night. It's just, I like AEW. Don't get me wrong, but I hate to see when the wrestlers get hurt. And if that's not a work, what happened to Kenny last night, then that's definitely crazy because he was spitting out a lot of blood out of his mouth. And I don't mean to start the live stream like this, but since we're talking about AEW and we're talking about Kenny Omega, there's no way we can just skip what happened last night to him. But yeah, hopefully, it is a work, and hopefully he is okay, and we see what happens in All In Texas. But yeah, um, excited. We got a new wrestling magazine. We got a Pro Wrestling Illustrated. 17 time is now John Cena rules WrestleMania. Time is now, baby. We got John Cena front cover of Pro Wrestling Illustrated. 17 time is now. Yes, sir. This will be the first time that I actually opened this magazine. I purchased this sometime last week, and I have yet to open it or review it myself. So I'm actually opening it up right now with you guys. See anything new? Talking trash. We got Jacob Fatu. You know, I love wrestling magazines. I remember when back in the day, WWE had the magazines where you subscribe and become a member. And you receive a certain amount of magazines every month. I was one of those kids. Especially when they had posters in them and you could take the poster out and frame it. Yeah, I was definitely one of those kids. I was hoping that this John Cena Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine had a John Cena poster in it. I fill up one of these and I send it in, and I never received my subscription unless I was buy two from the person that said they shipped it in. If you just place it, it's cool, but just be real because here I am still to this day waiting for a magazine. And I did put bill me later, you know? So it's like, you obviously send me a envelope for me to put my information in so that you could bill me. And back in the days, they would send you the magazine with an envelope, and it would basically tell you that, okay, this is your first magazine, and I think it was your monthly subscription or your yearly subscription was like $20 back in the days. So yeah, it was pretty sweet. So I miss things like that because it wasn't always about the figures and the t-shirts, and wrestling was about the magazines and the figures. Of course the figures isn't, but it's like I like magazines. I like magazines where you can read a magazine whether you're in the bus or home or on the shitter, you know, and you can just sit there and read a magazine and find out certain things about pro wrestlers that you didn't know about, things you didn't see in TV, things that you're actually reading and take it in. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of magazines, honestly speaking. To this day, I still collect magazines. As you can see, every time I see a Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine, I pick it up from my local Walmart, from my local Target. You just pick it up. I cannot tell you how many magazines I have here in my desk. The stack is thick. That's all I gotta say. It's thick. But yeah, if you haven't picked this magazine up, make sure you do. $9.99 US. Canadian is $13.75. Summer of 2025. Pro Wrestling Illustrated. 17 time is now. John Cena front cover. Once I seen that, I was like, man, I gotta pick this up. John Cena's face alone was like, I told ya. I told ya I was gonna be a 17-time champion, and here it is. So I was like, yeah, that's coming to the collection. We're talking about the collection and talking about wrestling. We got a couple of figures tonight here we're gonna be showing. We're gonna be unboxing at least like I'd say 4 figures. The rest are staying in the box. We got 2 new Ultimate Editions to the collection. We got an Ultimate Collection figure that is gonna be unboxing tonight because, long story short, as most of you may know, I've been talking about this for a while. I'm not able to go to Fanatic Fest this year due to financial situations, and at the end of the day, I don't have the same job that I used to have. I am grateful to have a job, so I'm not gonna sound ungrateful, but I don't have the same job that I used to have, and you know, you gotta be realistic. We live in the present, and don't get me wrong. As much as I love being part of wrestling, and I had a great time last year in Fanatic Fest, I just can't be like, hey, landlord, I have to do something with my money, so you're gonna have to wait. It's just like, nah, like, as much as I would love to do that, I just can't. So that's gonna be have to put on hold until next year. I am glad though that I did get to experience Fanatic Fest last year with my younger brother. We had a great time together. So it can be too mad. It was a good time. But this year was a lot of people this year that I wish I was able to meet, like Undertaker, of course, the 17th time John Cena, Jacob Fatu, the current United States champion. Recently they just posted CM Punk. I met CM Punk last year, but I would have loved to see him one more time. Because we don't know how long CM Punk is gonna be around. Randy Orton's gonna be there this year. I'm a big Randy Orton fan since day one. Evolution, when he came from ROH, and like, yeah, I'm a big Randy fan. So that's something that I would love to see too. Me, Randy Orton, shake his hand, tell him how I'm a big fan, and not to sound like a fanboy, but it's just at the end of the day, I'm a fan. Been a fan for 35 years, and just sucks that I won't be able to be part of the thing this year at Fanatic Fest. They got so many things they didn't have last year. Like now this year, you can actually have your own Chrome top card. That's fire. What else they have now? I seen a couple of things, a couple of updates. They show the stage today on Instagram. They show the basically a blueprint of how it's gonna look, and I was like, damn, that looks better than last year's. Anyway, enough of Fanatic Fest. I hope everybody has a great time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm heartbroken. I'm not gonna be part of it. I'm so heartbroken. I won't be part of Fanatic Fest this year. Like me being a big WWE fan, sucks that I won't be able to be part of WrestleMania because the prices are just getting out of hand. And I'm not saying that I can't, because anything's impossible. Anything is possible, but yeah, it's looking impossible sometimes. Just being realistic, WWE. Nothing against you. I love the fact that you guys are doing great. I'm not gonna sound like a hater. I'm glad you guys are doing great. I'm glad you guys is just making more money than ever. But don't forget about the little people, the fans. They love you guys. These prices are looking like home mortgages and down payments and vehicles, and yeah, it's just looking crazy. But anyway, moving on. We got figures tonight. We're gonna be unboxing, but yes, there's been a lot of things happening in WWE. We've seen Worlds Collide on Saturday, following Money in the Bank. Worlds Collide alone was amazing. It was a great show to see Mexico's AAA greatest luchadores wrestling WWE's finest wrestlers. It was crazy. It was a great show from both parties. I have to say that AAA wrestling did its finest. Like I wish I would have seen Alberto Del Rio. I was hoping I would have seen Alberto Del Rio, like interfere in the Chad Gable match with Hijo del Volcano, but that didn't happen. Alberto Del Rio recently had another encounter with Hijo del Volcano in a show, and the Rio don't play, man. The Rio don't care, bro. Like we're gonna brawl anyway. It don't matter. But I seen that. And I'm hoping that something's gonna come out of that. Hopefully, we will get Del Rio fighting with WWE. I really don't know what's going on there. I heard that the Rio has signed with WWE. I don't know how true that is. Again, there's so many. How can you say this nicely? But there's so many non-realistic stories out there nowadays that it's like they look so real that you get caught. I'm a big like on things like that. Like I'm very big on things like that where I see a story and I'm like, okay, that's fake. But sometimes these people get so good at editing, it's just like, bro, like, yo, that's crazy. But anyway, like I said, Worlds Collide was a great show. We had the beginning of the show was a six-man tag team match. Excuse me, six-man tag team match. We had Dragon Lee. We had Cruz del Toro. We had Lince Dorado. I got the names written down here versus Octagon Jr., Aero Star, and Mr. Iguana. The winners will go. The winners, of course, was Triple A Talent, which it was Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana. Mr. Iguana is already a fan favorite. He put on the show. He stole the show in the beginning of the Worlds Collide. Honestly speaking, great match. Then we had Stephanie Valkyrie and Lola Vice versus Chick Tormenta and Dallas. Of course, WWE Talent won that, which was Stephanie Valkyrie and Lola Vice. They did it great. They ended up doing Booker T's favorite move together. But yeah, it was a sick match. We also had another third match, was a six-man tag match action against the Galo del Fantasma versus El Hijo de Wagner Jr., Psycho Clown, y Pagano. And I believe WWE won that match also, which it was El Legado del Fantasma, which I kind of had a feeling I already had picked them because Legado del Fantasma at the end of the day, even though they are WWE talent, they came from that lucha libre lifestyle. So it was not a surprise to see Legado del Fantasma pick up that victory. But like I said, man, Worlds Collide was a great show. Then of course we had Ethan Page retaining against Javon Evans, Ray Phoenix, Loredo Kid, and that fatal four-way match. It was crazy. You know, like to see Ethan Page, even though he cheated, because I don't care what anybody say, Ethan Page, like he got every time he got tossed out the ring, he stood out for a while. He was like, I'm a rest. I don't blame him though. I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. Then of course we had Chad Gable versus Hijo de Valquino, and for the Triple A Mega Championship, that match was crazy. That match was crazy. It was a great match, honestly speaking. Um, at one point, I thought Chad Gable was gonna win the match, but he didn't. Hijo de Vicino kept the Triple A Mega Championship retained. But I have to say, from the beginning to the end, Worlds Collide was just non-stop action. It was fire, fire. I loved it. It was so sick, so sick. It definitely reminded me of when Rey Mysterio debuted in WCW, and I remember me for the first time seeing Rey Mysterio. I was in love with his moves, like the way he moved in that ring, the way he, you know, carried himself in a big man's world that he was so little. Because Rey Mysterio is like what 5'6", 5'5". So imagine Rey Mysterio wrestling these dudes as like 6 feet 5. You know, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Hope everything is well, my brother. My brother from another right here. CGT Diecast Collection, aka Cool Guy. My brother, what's up, bro? Everything good, man? It's chilling, man. Good to see you, for real, for real. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the love. It's my guy right here, chilling, bro. Man, me and CGT know each other already. What? It's been like damn 3-4 years, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy just how it was, you know. Mr. Star Jail. But yeah, man. Just here talk about wrestling, bro. Talk about, got some figures here I'm gonna be unboxing, talking about everything that's been going on in wrestling with Worlds Collide and the Money in the Bank. Facts, bro. Honestly speaking, Money in the Bank, man, I'm so happy with the first match, which it was the women's Money in the Bank, and seeing Naomi winning the Money in the Bank. That was fire. I called it. I called it. They've been putting too much attention on Naomi lately. It's been basically telling you who was the fan favorite, who's gonna win. Appreciate you, bro. Hell yeah. I got the light going on and everything. Every time I talk, it's just like, ah, ah, ah. But yeah, Naomi, man, winning the Money in the Bank, it was fire. I called it. I'm so glad she won it. I'm so glad she's gonna, I'm giving her. I'm so glad to give her that push. She deserves it. Because Naomi, man, when she left and she went to other companies like TNA herself, she was, a women's champion. She held it down. So it's not like she's not able to do it. So the fact that giving her that push, and I believe her being the first African American woman to win the Money in the Bank, that's fire, man. That's fire. I love it. That's fire. I love it. I love the fact that they focusing on her, and I love the fact that they're giving her that push. Yeah, but I knew Becky was gonna win, bro. I had a feeling there was no way Becky was gonna come back and not win the Women's Intercontinental Championship and put that in her. You know, I already knew she was gonna win. So even though she gave Becky Lyra one hell of a fight, I mean, excuse me, even though Lyra gave Becky one hell of a fight, I knew Becky was gonna take that. I knew Becky was like, nah, man. I was your tag team partner. You effed that up. So now I'm taking your championship. Now I'm taking it. Now you're gonna have to deal with it. So I'm like, I'm glad Becky won though. I'm glad she did win because it's like, what's next for Becky? You know, what's next? Is she gonna go after the United States Championship, the Women's United States Championship? You never know. What if they call it Becky Two Belts one more time? The man for the reason she came back to WWE. That'll be fire though. That'll be fire to see Becky one more time. Becky Two Belts with the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Raw was dope. Raw was definitely dope. The only thing that I didn't like was my man Jay Uso. You know what I'm saying? My man Jay Uso dropped the championship to Gunther. Gunther, the ring general. We got Gunther right here. Yeah, AEW was definitely fire last night. AEW's been getting better. I started watching AEW for a while. And the reason why I stopped watching AEW for a while, not because I like what's going on over there, or I'm a hater, or I'm just a wrestling fan because of WWE. Not, it's just that um it started getting too crazy to the point where I look at it like you don't really need to bust somebody open to get high ratings. You feel me? There we go. Excuse me. You don't need to bust nobody's head open to get high ratings. And it's like AEW focuses a lot on people bleeding. But it's like as a fan, as a wrestling fan, as a technical wrestling and grappling and physicality, that's cool. But it's like you need to bust your shit open every time, bro. Moxley loves to bleed that son of a bitch. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Yeah, as much as I don't like what's going on, I knew Gunther was gonna win the belt. Don't know why, I just had that gut feeling. But I honestly thought it was because Seth Rollins was gonna come out and cash in on Gunther. I thought that was gonna be the case. Okay, like okay. But the fact that I'm hearing things like, oh, Gunther won the belt because they're gonna have Goldberg come out on Monday Night Raw and press Gunther to get a championship match against him at Night of Champions. No disrespect to Bill Goldberg because I'm a fan, but why the fuck do we gonna give the why the fuck are we gonna give the belt back to Goldberg? Nothing against Goldberg, man, because I love Goldberg. I'm a big Goldberg fan. I love him. I got nothing but respect for the man. But it's just like, why take the belt from Jay? You know what I'm saying? My man with the yeet wave, bro. Come on. Look, even the light behind me turned blue when I did the yeet wave. Why are we gonna take the championship away from Jay? You know what I'm saying? When we still could have had that retirement match for Goldberg. And it's like, if this shit is just like on some ego shit, like Goldberg just won his retirement match because of, you know, that's the only way he wants to retire with a belt. Like, fuck all that shit, bro. You ain't John Cena, man. I hope, bro. I hope. I really hope that, I really hope, bro, because it's like, to take the belt from Jay, and my man didn't even hold it for that long, 51 days, bro. Come on, man. And you supposed to be main event Jay Uso. What the fuck is so main event about 51 days? No disrespect against Jay, because I love him, man. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or fucking harsh fan. But it's like 51 days as champion, and then you're gonna take the fucking belt from him and give it to Gunther, the same fucking dude he beat in WrestleMania that he tapped out, in a headlock. Come on, bro. This shit don't make no sense. I get frustrated because it's like, as a fan, it's like, come on, y'all can do better than this shit. The dude that's doing the creative writing needs to stop eating mushrooms. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, come on, why take the belt from Jay? Y'all could have had Jay held down to the belt, you know what I'm saying? He only defended it against Logan fucking Paul. Like, I'm just frustrated, man. I need a fucking beer. Facts. Yeah, because R-Truth, I'm glad he's back to Ron Killings, because as much as I love R-Truth and the whole gimmick and everything he's been doing, we know Ron Killings is no joke. So to see him back as Ron Killings with that little, Caesar and the designs in his hair, like he ain't playing, he cut the hair off. He's the driver now. I'm feeling that. But it's like, this whole shit with Jay, though, got me fucking frustrated. Like, frustrated, bro. Frustrated, because it's like, y'all could have let Jay hang on to the championship a little bit longer into WrestleMania, SummerSlam or whatever. We know he's not the tribal chief, but at least respect out of his nickname, Main Event Jey Uso, and being the fact that he was Roman Reigns' right-hand man, and he held it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And you're going to take the belt away from him in front of his fucking kid? WWE, Triple H, y'all fucked up for that. TKO, you too. Y'all fucked up for that. I'm going to hold TKO more accountable than anybody else. Sorry. I'm not trying to talk shit, but it's just facts is facts. It's like, come on, as a wrestling fan, this shit is frustrating. It's like, I've been a wrestling fan for 35 years. And even Vince did some shit like this. Vince was playing with dildos in the back. We know this shit, but I'm just talking shit. Don't pay me no mind. Like, I'm just like, bro, it's just like being a wrestling fan in 2025 is motherfucking frustrating, man. It started off good. Then they just started going. Once, man, and it's fucking crazy because I'm like, nah, Jay's not gonna drop the belt. Something's gonna happen, Something's gonna happen. And when I see Jay passed out, I was like, no, he motherfucking didn't, bro. So you basically telling me you was okay with this man putting your brother in a chokehold and making your brother bleed almost to death? And you forgot all about that in 51 days, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Come on. It's like, come on, man. That shit would have had me on some. Nah, bro, you ain't putting me to sleep. You try to punk me and my family before, and you trying to come after me again? Hell no. Nah. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm just frustrated, bro. I'm fucking frustrated. I just feel like they should have let Jay hang on to the championship. An outside interference or something. Hopefully, he had Goldberg come in, spear the fuck out of Gunther. The referee calls for the belt, outside interference. No contest, whatever the fuck the case may be. Start that feud between Goldberg and Gunther. But no. We're going to take the belt away from Jay. The one that's selling the most merch. The one that lights up the crowd. The one that got the kids feeling like superheroes. So because of Goldberg wants to come back and look like a superhero, he's like, fuck Jay. Who's next? Jay's next. Shut the fuck up. I'm frustrated. Let me just open these goddamn figures, man. Unboxing tonight. Series 4 Unrivaled Collection. Since we just had the Puerto Rican parade last weekend and the festival last Saturday, and we had the Puerto Rican parade in New York City, my hometown, freaking Sunday. And I got these figures here from AEW. with the Puerto Rican colors. And of course, when I'm talking about Puerto Rico, I'm talking about Ortiz and I'm talking about Santana. So we're gonna be unboxing tonight's Ortiz and Santana Puerto Rican tradition colors figs. Yes, sir. Got the flag right there. But yeah, man, like this whole shit about like, oh man. Like I said, and it's like I had a feeling, man, because I don't know if you guys know this, but when Jey Uso was coming out with his son, when Jey Uso's son looked like he was sad, bro, like he knew what's up. You feel me? And I'm like, why Jay? In my head, the whole motherfucking, I'm like, why is Jey Uso's son looking so sad? Like, my man wasn't even hype, bro. He was just like if y'all go back and see that video when Jey Uso comes out with his son and they're doing the E wave, my man was so hurt that his father had to drop the belt that he was not even focused. He had the headphone string slapping fans in back of the fucking head. Yeah, fuck your kids, FTK. Yeah, I was like, something's off, man. And it's because little man knew. Little man knew that Papa Dukes had to drop the championship. And if he didn't know, he sure damn hell felt it, man. But I was just like, oh man. When I seen Jay drop the championship to Gunther, I was like, bruh. But yeah, check out these AEW figures. We got Ortiz with the crazy hair. He got the chancla in his hand. Sick figure. But yeah, bro, I was just like, had a feeling. Once I seen like the Gunther went back to the headlock on Jay after Jay broke out of it, and then the elbows, and then I was like, bruh, I was disappointed. I was disappointed. I was highly disappointed because a part of me felt it, like, like part of me was like, is Jay gonna drop the championship tonight? You know? That's what I was. I was like, is Jay gonna drop the championship tonight? And when he dropped the championship to Gunther, I was like, damn, bro. I was like, they did my man Jey Uso dirty. They didn't even let him take the championship to Fanatic Fest and be there with the fans. After fans pay like $140 for a photo op and an autograph, you feel me? They pay that money because they thought Jay was gonna be there with his championship. Now they're gonna go see Jey Uso. Yeah, what's up, bro? Now they're just gonna go see Jey Uso. You feel me? With no championship. So I'm like, damn, bro. That sucks, man. That sucks. But yeah, like I said, man, if they made Jay drop the championship to Gunther, for Gunther and Goldberg have this feud and a championship match, that makes no sense. Nothing against Goldberg because I love Goldberg, but Goldberg don't need no title run right now. He don't. He wants a retirement match. So it's like you telling me you're gonna give him a retirement match plus a title match. So you're basically gonna have Gunther destroy Goldberg, or you're gonna put or we're gonna see Gunther put Goldberg over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like either way, you took the championship from Jey Uso to either one, see Goldberg get destroyed by Gunther and retaining his championship, or two, fucking Goldberg walking away with the championship. And like I said, nothing against Goldberg, but not right now. It's not the time. That's like That's like The Rock when he was trying to take hostage with the whole Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns on WrestleMania. What was it, 40? Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's like He should have known better than to bring his kid. You would say some shit like that. I'm so tired of these old dudes coming back and Nikki Avery. Yo, for real, for real. Them bitches fart and dust come out their asses. Let me stop. Get him out of here. Like the chacal. Fuera! 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 Yo. Like, nothing against the legends, but I get it. I get it. I get it. Trust me. I get what you're saying. I get it, man. Like, but yeah, bro. Bro, and then it's right to stop the. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on. It's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm disappointed that Jay dropped the belt to Gunther because if actually this is what they're planning on doing to give the championship to Goldberg, it's like, why do you have to have Jay drop the championship? Jay was doing good, you know. It was getting better. The storyline of Jay as champion, but to give Jay one title, basically one match to basically defend his championship against Logan Paul. Come on, bro. Facts. I agree. I heard they want to put Jay and Jimmy back as tag team, and I get it. They're great tag team, but come on, these guys been doing this for years as tag team, and they've done great and wonderful things together. But they both deserve to have that singles push. Jay accomplished that already. He was Intercontinental Championship, and he was World Heavyweight Champion. But now you got Jimmy that he was gonna get that push too. Now you're gonna put him back as a tag team. Like, come on now. Ooh, so I know, and I hate to agree with you on that one, but it's actually the truth, And it's nothing against Jimmy, man, but it's like once again, creative writing. Like, whoever's creative writing over there, like, come on, get your shit together. But yeah, we just unboxed Series 4 on Rival Collection. Ortiz with the Puerto Rican flag, the chancla in his hand. Yes, sir. Puerto Rican Festival and Parade last weekend. So, showing off a little bit of Puerto Rican pride here tonight with the figures. Of course, we got my flag right here in the background. Turn on the lights real quick. His girl's doing better than him. Damn! You're taking low blows. You better be careful. They're not watching the stream. Let me stop talking shit. They probably are too. Like, motherfucking talking shit right now. Jimmy's gonna come on and be like, well, fuck you, sir. I don't know if you guys ever seen that video of the Usos in Times Square. Was it Times Square at 42nd? And the fans woke up to them and they're like, oh my god, it's Jay and Jimmy. Worlds collide? Worlds collide? Yeah, you know what? I gotta agree with you, bro. Worlds collide definitely felt a lot better than Money in the Bank. Because Money in the Bank was so predictable. As much as I knew Seth Rollins was gonna win the Money in the Bank, I didn't want him to win it because it's like, I was hoping that wasn't gonna be the case, being the fact that they're gonna build a feud between Roman and himself. But Worlds Collide to me was fucking fire. It was definitely fire. And it's like, I don't know, man. Money in the Bank, it wasn't bad, but they could have done better. I think the real reason why they're doing this is because the Mag Tag Team division kind of weak right now, and having the Usos back together. True. But it's kind of fucked up because it's like, yeah, if tag team ain't doing what they gotta do, but it's like it's up to the Usos now to bring that tag team division back up. It's like, come on. They should even have to come back to that tag team division. Not saying that they better than the tag team division, but the fact that they started that shit up, and it's like, why you gotta come back? That's like when John Cena had to come back because Roman Reigns wasn't doing his job as the main face. You feel me? And John Cena did that promo with him, and was like, "Come on, kid. The reason why I'm back is because you can't do your job." It's crazy. Yeah, Vikino. Yeah, that dude right there. He's no joke. I have to disagree with that, and there's mad tag teams doing their thing, just not running with them. Yeah, you heard about that. They're not really running with them, but at the same time, it's like I say, why have the Usos? You feel me? Come back, come back. You feel me? As a tag team, when they're doing so much, like Jimmy, all you gotta do is give him a great storyline. He just had that match with Jeff Cobb. He beat him. That's a good feud right there. You know? Then have him move on from that. Maybe he could fight Jacob, and he could beat Jacob for the championship because the distraction is going on with Solo, and then Jeff Cobb interfere. You know, stuff like that. But it's like the fact they ain't doing nothing with Jimmy, man, and they just trying to like have them come back as a tag team. Is like, come on, bro. None against the Uso because I love them. I fucking love them. But I even heard they bringing back Tamina. And what? Tamina's gonna be the manager now again? So it's like, oh, we're going back from day one ish to the end ish, back to one ish. Yeah, like I said, man, they could do better. But moving on, we got another figure here. We're gonna be unboxing another one from Series 4 Unrivaled Collection. Of course, we unbox Ortiz. We gotta unbox Santana. Talking about Santana, man, I'm glad to see Santana. You wrong, bro. You wrong for that. Leave her knees alone. She's an angel. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's like, oh man. But I agree. Tamina, you know, I feel bad for Tony Storm. Talk about, you know, Tony Storm when she had that accident and buckle her knee. I really hope that she comes back and does a lot better because you know how WWE is, you know. We love Tony Storm, but if she can't pull her own weight, they're gonna cut her. And that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, man, I really hope they don't try to diss her now that she got hurt. Every time you open one, I die a little inside, laugh out loud. Yeah, I gotta let them breathe, some of them, you know. Is it, you know what it is, bro? I don't play with my figures, don't get me wrong. I got a wrestling ring. But it's like, you motherfuckers are meant to be open. Lemon is like, shut up, nigga. You crazy for that one. Now, don't get me wrong. Trust me. I got figures. I got figures around me that, like this whole wall next to me right here. This wall right here. It's all AEW. AEW. And behind me is mostly all Ultimate Editions. What top notch tag team do they have on Raw besides New Day and the War Raiders? And no SmackDown, you got Street Profits and what's the boy's name? Can't even think of his name right now. Oh yeah, I'm just so used to not opening nothing. Austin Theory, yeah, but they're about to split up. They're about to split up. We already seen the little by little them splitting up. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, we got Santana, baby, out the box. Puerto Rican flag. Yes, sir. Boricua! Penta and Ray Phoenix could crush as tag team on Raw. That's true. That's true. Because honestly speaking, like as much as I love Penta, and I know they keep trying to make it seem like they're gonna give him a push, but we all know that that tag team division with Penta and Ray Phoenix in it is more crazier. And I feel like eventually that's exactly what's gonna happen. That's eventually what's gonna happen. You got Santana. Out the box. Is there out the box with a sock in his hand, ready for war, yo. Why you wanna hold me down? But Raw doesn't really feature the tag team division. I feel like SmackDown has always been more tag team wrestling show. I agree. Because honestly speaking, you see more tag team matches on SmackDown than you do on Raw. And I feel like it's because they try so hard to focus on like Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, the big names. And that's cool. But then you also got Judgment Day, Yeah, true. I agree. Raw definitely builds up for pay-per-views. And then, you got SmackDown. I don't know. I even when Roman was champion, SmackDown was like the show. SmackDown was a show. And I still enjoy SmackDown because it's now 3 hours. That's awesome. He goes with boy. Ah, you already know. You already know. We got Destination in the house. Yes, sir. We got the flip flop and we got the sock in the hand, repping the Puerto Rican colors. What's up, guys? Destination Stones in the house. Got the flag too with the figures. This is fire. I wish they had like magnetic things around it in the corners, so I could put it around his neck, Ortiz, and have him wear the flag. I mean Santana. That would have been sick. I'm doing it right now, and that would have definitely been sick if they would have been able to do that. Sami Zayn about to go heel. I think. I feel like he is too, but we could be wrong. Karrion Kross. I love Karrion Kross, but Karrion Kross definitely deserves a push. I want Karrion Kross to get a push. A lot of fans want Karrion Kross to get a push. I don't know why he's not getting the push that he rightfully deserves. But Karrion Kross is one of those names that when we talk about talent that's not being used properly, he fits right into that description. Karrion Kross is awesome, man. And that whole thing when we were trying to have Karrion Kross be qualifying for the Money in the Bank, I made this thing for him, and he actually reposted it back on his page. And I was like, "That's fire!" And he even hit me up, and he was like, he put the fire logo on what the thing that I created. And and I seen that, I was like, you know what? I give him more respect because he ain't had to do that. So shout out to Karrion Kross. Shout out to Killer Kross. For real. Bro, they wasting that man and is making me so mad, bro. I hear you. I hear you. I agree. Karrion Kross definitely should get a push. Moving on. This next figure that we got here is another AEW figure. This figure I actually picked up this week. Seen it, didn't even think twice, stashed it, went back for it. Here we have Series 17, Unrivaled Collection. We knew him before as Luchasaurus. Now we know him as Killswitch. Yes, sir. What's up, brother? I won't be there this year, man. I hope you have a great time. I'm so depressed. I won't be able to be a part of Fanatic Fest this year. But I have some financial issues with the IRS. Don't know how because I never owe the money. All of a sudden this year, something popped up that I owe money. Like I said, don't know how because I always pay my taxes. I always do my taxes. But they got me. And all I can do is deal with it because it's crazy. Who you meeting this year? Undertaker? John Cena? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio? Tell me I'm right. For AW recently because the horrible writing. I hear you. I started watching AW for a while, but I've been seeing it again. It's been getting a little better, bro. You know? I just feel if AW starts focusing on competing with Monday Night, stops focusing on competing with WWE, they'll do good. Because in the beginning, they was doing good, right? Because they wasn't really competing with them. John Cena, Undertaker, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio. Oh, I guess they're right, baby. That's fire. I'm happy for you, Oscar, for real. I guess all those names. That's crazy. John Cena, Undertaker, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio. That's so fire. See how well I know you, Oscar? Kross is some good talent. Hell yeah. That's fire, Oscar. Tell Liv I said hello. Yeah, I hear you. Trust me. I stopped watching for a while. I started watching again. I do enjoy some of the matches that I've been seeing lately from AEW. You know, they do have matches that you don't see every day on WWE. So I do enjoy those things, you know, because it's definitely wrestling, but it's different wrestling. I'm skipping NYC Con. I don't blame you, man. Like I said, I was supposed to go to Fanatic Fest this year, but things didn't work out my way. So I'm a little bit disappointed, man. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I'm heartbroken. I'm fucking heartbroken. But you know, what can I do? Can't do nothing, you know? Gotta suck it up and deal with it. But I wanted to definitely meet John Cena. And I was like, damn. Being the fact that he is retiring, I was really hoping that I could have met him. But you know, I'm sure I'll meet him one day. He is definitely retiring for wrestling, but I know he probably gonna be doing meet and greets and all that stuff. But here we have Killswitch out of the box. Facts, bro. Everybody. But look at Killswitch, man. This figure right here looks so sick. Compared to Luchasaurus, sick figure. But his hands look so small for him being a big man. his hands look tiny, like little girl's hands. I'm even trying to play him, but like literally, his hands look so tiny. T-Rex arms. But yeah, we got Kill Switch out the box. We're gonna put him right here next to Santana and Ortiz. Gonna move them over a little bit more. When they come around, gonna place him. But yeah, man. Like I was saying earlier to my man CGT Cool Guy right here, I'm so disappointed with the whole shit with Jey Uso. Like if they're taking the championship from Jey Uso to give it to Gunther, to have Gunther lose it to Goldberg, I'm gonna be like, bro, why they couldn't just have a one-on-one match, Gunther versus Goldberg, retirement match, just because Gunther was that dude that disrespected Goldberg last time he seen Goldberg. But to have Gunther take the championship from Jay to basically either lose it to Goldberg or have him just punish Goldberg and make Goldberg look worse, like, no point. No point. Last figure we're going to be unboxing here, there's actually an Ultimate Edition figure. Want to give a shout out to my cousin, Mr. Bones, 3 times. If Goldberg wins the belt, I'm going to have a stroke. Well, get ready, Papa. You better get the baby aspirins ready because we don't need you having a stroke. But you know, like, yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, it's true, though. I feel you. I don't have nothing against Goldberg. I love Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? I love Goldberg. That was one of my main dudes back in the days. You feel me? God bless him. He still looks great. He's still doing his thing. But I just feel like he don't need the championship. He's a badass without it. He's gonna beat the if he's gonna basically fight Gunther. We know Goldberg what he's capable of. So yeah, Goldberg could take the fight to Gunther. We know that Goldberg does multi. We know that Goldberg stays in shape. Recently, he posted a thread saying that he's getting in shape for his retirement match, and that he'll be back soon. Like I said, I believe in Goldberg. I know what Goldberg is capable of doing, but he don't need the belt. He don't need the belt. You know what I'm saying? He don't need the belt. Goldberg's a badass. Goldberg don't need the belt. We should have just had this match go one-on-one, Goldberg and Gunther, for the way Gunther tried to disrespect him in front of his family last time we seen Goldberg. And that's it. You know? Have Goldberg squash him if that's the case. But to have Gunther lose the belt to Goldberg, or just have Gunther take the belt from Jay to squash Goldberg to prove a point, makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry, WWE. You gotta do better than this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he tried to do the freaking jackhammer. He almost dropped taking the back of his neck. Like, ah! Nah, bro. But anyway, moving on. We're going to definitely unbox this figure here tonight. I want to give a shout out one more time to my cousin, Mr. Bones. The reason why I'm unboxing this figure here tonight is because recently he hit me up and was like, yo, cuz, I know you can't come to Fanatic Fest, so I did you the favor, and I got you that Damian Priest autograph. You know, I just need you to send me the figure. So I was going to send my Ultimate Edition Damian Priest figure, and I realized that the figure's ripped in the corner. So I said, there's no way I'm going to send a Damian Priest Ultimate Edition figure torn in the corner to get autographed from my man, by my dude, El Campeón, the pride of Puerto Rico, holding it down. Autograph, you feel me? So I was like, nah, cuz the figure that I got here, I realized that it's damaged. So I'm going to send you one from Amazon so you can get an autograph from me. Bada bing, bada boom, we made it happen. Shout out to my cousin one more time. We're going to be unboxing tonight my Damian Priest figure, Ultimate Edition, El Campeón. Look, we got a dent in the bag. Didn't even notice that. We can't have this figure get an autograph. You know, my man Damian Priest going to look at me like, yo, bro, I thought you got mad love for me. but you sending me this rangy ass box, and you want me to autograph this? So I was like, nah, we gotta make this right. So my cousin, you know, being the dude that he is, he received the figure. He's gonna get that autograph from me. So shout out to my cuz, for real, love you. I hope you have a blast in Fanatic Fest. Sorry I can't be there this year. We definitely had a blast last year, all of us together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll make it happen hopefully next year for sure. But here we have it. We unboxing this bad boy right now. We got him out the box already. One of the hands just came flying out because he's excited. He want to slap somebody. It's actually the open hand. But yeah, we got Damian Priest, Ultimate Edition, out the box. And here we go, baby. Let's see how sick this figure is. Yo, for real, Oscar. You man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm 41 years old. And I've been watching wrestling for 35 years. And I could tell you, what you just said right there, that's exactly how I feel. You feel me? Like, trust me. I really hope you guys have a blast, for real. I'm glad to be, you know, part of it at the end of the day because I got you guys on Instagram. So I know I'm gonna be watching. I know I'm gonna see pictures. I'm gonna be excited for you guys. But I really wish I was part of the Fanatic Fest this year. So many legends, so many great talents. You know, is gonna be part of Fanatic Fest this year. So yeah, man. I really hope you guys have a blast. I wanted to get a Jacob Fatu autograph, but that thing sold out fast. And then yesterday they put more stuff for sale. But of course, I didn't have the money for it. And like I said, man, I'm not working the same job that I used to work before. But I'm grateful to have a job and, you know, I'm grateful to be able to pay my bills. So, you know, here for now until we find something better. Whew, this is fire. This gear is so fire. Definitely changing the head. Yeah, baby. We got Damian Priest out the box. Looking sick. With the Money in the Bank briefcase. I want to get the Money in the Bank briefcase he has. Senor Money in the Bank. That briefcase was sick. And here we have it. Macho Verse got to meet Stone Cold, and I'm gonna meet John Cena. We're really boosting up our legend status. That's fire, guys, for real. I'm thinking of doing the with Liv. That's sick. Go for it, man. Go for it. But yeah, we got Damian Priest out the box, Ultimate Edition figure. Sick, 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 sick. So glad I got to unbox that figure. Shout out to my cuz one more time. We got two more figures here to show you guys. Then one more figure to unbox. We've been on now for 1 hour. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. But let me show you guys the new Ultimate Edition to the collection. Here we have Mr. Drew McIntyre. Yes, sir. We got that Drew Ultimate Edition. Sick figure. The kilt, 2 heads, arm gear, 2 extra hands, jacket. So sick. So sick. 6'5" from Ellis, Scotland. Finisher the Claymore. 3 career highlights. 3 champion, world heavyweight champion. The Scottish Warrior marched into WrestleMania XL with massive chip on his shoulder. His match against Seth friggin' Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship was perhaps his last golden opportunity, and he did not squander it. He won the title, but he took his eye off the prize as Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, ended McIntyre's reign as soon as we began. Yeah, that's true. You should have taken that Money in the Bank. But you know what? I called it. For WrestleMania 40, I called what was gonna happen. I said it. I said Damian Priest is gonna come out and cash in on Drew because Drew was talking so much crap that whole week. And here we have a fig. We haven't unboxed yet. Got it in last week. As you can see, it's still in the box, not open. But here we have a baby. Mattel Toys, WWE Ultimate Edition Fan Takeover, etc., action figure. So let me show you guys what Ultimate Edition we're adding to tonight's marvelous live stream. We already know it's a fan takeover. Hopefully it's in good condition because the box is a little dented up. So before I show you guys, I'm gonna examine this box real good. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, sir. 17-time World Heavyweight Champion John Cena. John Cena, baby. Sick. Yes, sir. And now, our last figure to be unboxing here tonight. Here we have Series 18 WWE Legends. The one and only Paul E. Dangerously. With the phone in the hair a little slimmer. Paul Heyman coming out of the Legends box. Out the box. Paul Heyman out the box. But yeah, we just got Paul Heyman out the box. Some freaking phone just popped open. I don't know how the hell. Kind of weird. It just happened. That's my tape. I'm gonna piece of tape can fix for now because I ain't gonna get up. But we got Paul Heyman out the box. Paul E. Dangerously Legends figure. We just unboxed Damian Priest Ultimate Edition figure, which is a sick figure. Like, it looks sick in the box, but when you have it out the box, it's just like, yeah, having it in the box don't give it any enough justice. When you take it out of the box, yeah, it's like, wow, this figure is definitely worth having in your collection. I'll show you guys real quick. Just putting the phone next to Paul E. Dangerously, aka Paul Heyman. We got Paul Heyman right here. Out of the box, the ECW hat. Phone in his hand. But let me show you guys my guy, Ultimate Edition figure, El Campeón, Damian Priest. Señor Money in the Bank. Fire ass figure. Fire for real. The colors, the gear. Love the fact that he got the Puerto Rican flag on his tights. Represent Puerto Rico. Yeah. Sick. We've been on now for 1 hour and 8 minutes. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream. We unboxed AEW Unrivaled Series figures. We unboxed Ultimate Editions. We added Ultimate Editions to the collection. We talked wrestling. We had a good laughs like always. Hope to see you guys next Thursday night. Stay safe. Let's see what we add next to the collection. But yeah, stay marvelous most of all. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Love all of y'all. Thank you once again for taking out time out of your Thursday and joining me on my Thursday and talking wrestling, shooting the shits. Once again, have a good night, everybody. Appreciate you. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. But we have marvelous giveaways and awesome laughs and good times. Once again, be safe, everybody. Peace. Stay marvelous.